Sag, welcome to your general overview. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Before we jump into it, I wanted to take a moment to show to you your house shirt that I made for you and all 12 of the zodiac signs. This one is House Sagittarius, the motto being hand steady, aim true, the archer, as you are, of course. I hope you like it. And not just this design, there are several more on my online merch store. In fact, you might actually see some of the items underneath this video. If you don't, that's fine. YouTube does not recognize the link across all devices. However, my merch store link will be pinned at the top of the comments if you want to check something out. I appreciate you. Like always, all donations as well as your purchases, they support me, they support the channel, and they help me keep ads low on YouTube. I appreciate you. What's going on, please? Show me, Sagittarius. This is from the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle deck. Show what I need to see, please, for that Sagittarian energy. Show me, Sagittarius, please. What's going on for Sag? Show me, Sagittarius, please. Number 41. Gratitude is the life force of peace. What are you thankful for? Some of you are feeling an expansion of gratitude in your heart for existing in the world, for the abundance that you have been given or work towards, feeling fulfillment, and also trying to fulfill your fulfillment, what it is that you are naturally attuned to, and bring that forth in terms of abundance, feeling gratitude at this time. Heart feeling full, expansion, peace. What are you thankful for? 41, by the way, for some of you might be an important number. Goodness, that's beautiful. 41 reduces to 5. For some of you, Taurus season might be important. 5 might be a pound number, as well as 41, and then 14. Not really the point. Our heart's filled with gratitude at this time. That's beautiful. Expansion, growth, recognition of efforts, feeling many things, feeling full, feeling satisfied. Show me the Sagittarian Collective, please. Show me the Sagittarian Collective. Now the general overviews are meant to be a readings that focus on you, your internal experience, your external experience. If I see someone else, I will tell you. But for the most part, it's supposed to be about you. But regardless, take what resonates, leave what does not. And if there's someone else in here on the board today, reverse energies as it applies. Show me. Show me the Sagittarius Collective. Show me the Sagittarius Collective, please. What's going on? What's going on, please, for Sagittarius? The Hierophant, speaking of which, I told you, some of you have Taurus in your chart, could be connecting to one. 3 of Wands, 2 of Cups. There's this idea of waiting, not waiting as in bad. It was waiting with justification. Waiting for a strong connectivity to pull through. One that felt right, one that felt upper level, one that felt divine, spiritually guided. One that felt we could commit to with that Hierophant energy. At the 2 of Cups, there was some sort of love here, and we felt it on the horizon. We looked towards this person, we felt it in their energy, we anticipated it to some extent. Now this could just be Sag. I'm looking out on the horizon, and I hope one day Christina will have the true blue committed love. True. But it feels like energetically you were looking towards someone to bring that love in. You anticipated it. It felt a certain way, right? It felt a certain way. Let's keep going. That's a little too vague for me. Queen of Cups, the 4 swords resting, Page of Wands. Your heart, Queen of Cups, beautiful energy. Might have some water in your chart too. Lovely, gorgeous, full, and you are contemplating it. You're currently and present day resting your heart. 4 swords. Your heart's full. It's beautiful. King, Queen of Cups have very full hearts. The idea is to love and to be loved. Very simple. Okay. 4 swords were resting, healing, contemplating. Contemplating our heart, contemplating our feelings specifically. Page of Wands, your energy is being very quiet at this time. It doesn't seem to be taking action in any particular direction other than the fact that you are resting your heart and feeling what's in there. See that future orientation, please? We have a 4 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups. You're showing me, somebody here is showing me a holding on pattern, disappointment, slow growth. Not much is being cultivated except sadness and disappointment. It's interesting because you're showing me rest. You're showing me rest in your heart. And yet the future orientation suggests someone here is unhappy. Someone here is disappointed. And that they're still holding on, and they're not holding on to much, and they're also not P.S. doing much either. It's like, I'm unhappy, but I'm not willing to do anything about it. And they've been contemplating that for some time with the Seven of Pentacles. So I don't quite know how that relates to you. If that is you, it's just your energy looks so restful. You know, calm, quiet, peaceful, collective in and of itself. So it makes me wonder how much of that future orientation is to do with you. But let's see. Let's start clarifying, okay? I know you had hopes, and they were very simple hopes of connecting in a love plane with somebody. And it felt right. It did. It felt right. Let's start right here with the Hierophant. Show me. Show me that Hierophant, please. Show me that Hierophant, please. Show me the Hierophant, please. Show me the Hierophant, please. Show me the Hierophant, please. Show me that Hierophant, please. Page of Wands, Two of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Oh my. Heavy Taurus energy. Doesn't have to be. I have the feeling you both have some very strong sides in your chart. Because I do feel like I'm seeing something between two people. Some of it's shared, some of it's one side, some of it's the other side. Right now I'm looking at someone who doesn't look like it's you. I feel like this is you. I'm not accusing you of waiting. I'm saying it just feels like it's you. It doesn't matter. I read the cards, that's my job. Sometimes intuition hits me a certain way, but ultimately it comes down to you and what it is you experience and who is who. This person's energy was hands off. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. They had a strong sense of, I have to do something, and it has to be the right thing. Very strong sense of, I got to do the right thing, right? I have a higher calling, spirituality, yes and no, confirmation principles, spiritual agendas. This is what I believe in. The thing is like their energy was very hands-off, clumsy. They didn't know what to do, I think, with you. Their energy is so large, but when it came to actually doing something with you, it shrinks considerably into, I don't know what to do. They kind of got butterfingers when it comes to you. And a very strong sense of what is correct and what is not correct. I don't know how to handle, I believe, Sag, so I'm not going to handle them at all. Something like that. Very little, if anything, in development in terms of real-world activity. Very strong sense of right and wrongness. But it's like when it comes to you, they couldn't figure out what right and wrongness was. Very prohibiting that energy is. The Hierophant's all about permission. And like they could not figure out how to handle you. I don't like that word. But that Two of Pentacles goes back and forth in the real world. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. Page of Wands. Keep the interest low. Bare minimum. Really hands-off energy. They couldn't make up their mind what they were supposed to do with you. Which I know that doesn't sound terribly flattering. I am limited to a certain level of vocabulary. I'll see if I can see more about this later, but it's a bad juggling act of what to do with you. And it did feel like you were waiting on someone's energy to come in because it did feel a certain way to you. Very spiritually inclined. A strong sense of this person's got something in them that's big, and you're right. But the application's not there. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Show me that Three of Wands. Show me that Three of Wands. I know. Nobody wants to feel like they're being dealt with, and, you know, I have that talk with the collective from time to time. Nobody is like, what do I do with Sag? What do you mean, what do you do with Sag? People aren't baggage. You're not supposed to handle them. Sag can think for themselves. It's kind of like, what do you want? You know, and that's what they couldn't figure out. It's not like, what do I do with Sag? Really, the question is, what am I supposed to do in this connection? You know. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Temperance, you showed a lot of patience because you had a huge heart for this. Okay, so I already kind of know who that is. So you waited on this person. It's not an accusation. Please don't take it as one. Real tarot is real life. Okay? A lot of people get offended when I say things like, well, you were waiting on them. And that's either true or it's not true. But I do know this. The Sag I'm looking at, you waited on this person with a really good heart. You make me cry. There you are. Temperance with the King of Cups. You have a huge heart. And you waited on this person patiently to present more of themselves, to give you more to work with other than this. You gave them a lot of patience and a lot of love, but it's like you did it from a distance. I am patiently waiting on you to present more of yourself to me. I am patiently loving you from this distance because I know that you're confused. You're being very gentle with this person. I know you're confused, and I know you don't know what to do with me. Kind of. You're saying that a little bit. Admission. You just showed me two huge waiting elements of patience and time. You were waiting in the real world, 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and you are also waiting on this person spiritually as well as emotionally to show up. It's like, I know you're struggling with this and what to give me and what part of yourself you can give me, and you are demonstrating something because you want to express yourself to me in some way. I know that. I see it. I see the struggle in you and the confusion. So I'm over here keeping my love and my patience for you at a distance. You were very cooperative. You gave this person space. You gave them a lot of space. A lot of consideration. You actively decided this. You decided to give them space, and it's kind of like you love them from afar, and you did not intrude upon them, I believe. That's some beautiful energy and beautiful patience. And what you were waiting for, patiently, calmly, and with a kind of respect for this person's process. I will not intrude upon your process. I know you have conflicted feelings about me. And I know, it's kind of like I know it's hard for you to change. This person didn't know how to insert more of their energy or change. There's a lot of rigidity around that double hierophant, you know. There's a lot of rigidity around that. Show me that 2 of Cups, please. Show me the love. Show me the love. Show me that 2 of Cups. Show me that 2 of Cups. Show me that 2 of Cups. You genuinely love this person, but you did it from a distance with space. That's all here. You gave them patience and space. You were not demanding at all. Show me that 2 of Cups, please. Show me that 2 of Cups. Show me that 2 of Cups, please. Everybody's just defying orders. I said, honey, the general overview is supposed to be about you. Okay? And what's going on in your world. Now, this is part of your world. Everybody's showing me. I need to talk about love, Christina. I'm not done. Okay? And time passed. Time passed. The Wheel of Fortune, time passed. 9 of Cups, Ace of Swords. You really felt you knew the truth of your feelings. And you don't seem to reject that at all. You're actually extremely open-minded about your feelings towards this person. You were actually very honest, at least with yourself, about what you felt towards this person. In other words, you knew. They're showing me confusion and I don't know what to do. In the real world as well as feelings. You're telling me I was never confused about my feelings. I knew what I was doing. I intentionally gave them space. I met this person with a full heart. Patience. I know they're struggling. And that's because for you, the question of your feelings were in fact never in question. You always knew your truth. That you simply love this person. And they make you feel good. You always understood this. You never disputed it. You had an open mind towards this. In other words, you openly acknowledge your feelings. Over time, you understood that you have genuine love for this person. You were very much invested in their interests and if they were okay and how they were as a person. even if you did it from afar or at arm's length, whatever it was, whatever that distance is. And it could be long distance. There's a lot of looking outwards. But this one, with patience here in that context, it's like you were gently waiting on somebody with a good heart, and you never disputed what your feelings were for this person. You always knew what they were. That hadn't changed. Well, at least your truth then had not changed for a long time. Let's fast forward a little bit. Queen of Cups, Four of Swords, and Page of Wands. Now your heart's resting. It's quiet. It's healing. And it's kind of minding its own business right now. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. The Fool. Queen of Wands. Eight of Cups. Your ability to stay open to this person looks like it has closed. Whether or not it's permanent or a long-term interim, I could not say. I just know that's where you currently are. Your ability to open up, to continue to show this person or situation love, passion, and your best interest, your best foot forward. The willingness to be open towards this person is now currently closed. I don't know if it's for long term, but you're saying you no longer have the emotional space for this person that you once did, where you had undisputed truth right here of your feelings for this person, which you've always known. You never disputed that. You're now telling me my heart needs a break. I can't continue to remain open towards this person. I can't. I had water for them, love. I had fire for them, passion, and the willingness to be the fool. But I no longer have those inclinations in me. I no longer have the inclination to be the fool towards this person. I know, in other words, willing to try. To continue to open yourself up towards this. Because back here you're very open towards this person. Very patient, very gentle, very unobtrusive. You did not like intruding. It's like when I'm saying you love them from afar, and you gave them patience from whatever distance they needed, you did that. You were not intrusive at all. But you're saying you can't do that anymore. You got tired. You got tired. Your heart got tired. Your passion got tired. And it's kind of like you got tired of leaving your door open to this person. You know? You couldn't keep opening up towards them as the fool. I'm willing to try for you. I'm willing to try for you. I'm willing to open up to a journey with you. You still have those feelings in you in terms of love and passion, but they're no longer directed towards this person. As far as I can tell, you're at rest. You're tired. You're tired of keeping yourself open towards this person. Does that make sense? It's not for lack of love or lack of passion. On the contrary, you had a great deal of both. But you're saying I'm no longer making that available towards this person. Okay? Four of Swords. Show me that Four of Swords. Show me that Four of Swords. Resting, contemplating, resting, contemplating. Show me that Four of Swords, please. Show me that Four of Swords. The Hermit, yes, healing. You're healing from this love that you had for this person because it caused pain. That's why you went quiet. That's why you went quiet. That's why you went to Hermit. You went to Virgoville, as I say, or people often refer to it as hermit mode. That means it's kind of like the lights are on, but nobody's home. It's when we go back into a far, deep place within ourselves and we examine the path that we've walked, why we did it, what our motivation was, why did we walk it for this amount of time, short, long, somewhere in between, all the obstacles or the lack of obstacles, what I said and did, what they said and did. So that's the whole hermit energy. The idea is we can't heal unless we comprehensively looked at the path we walked. And so you are very much doing your due diligence in this respect, is that you are comprehensively looking at the path you walked, specifically the path of love that you walked with this person, and how it ultimately While there was love there, so too was the pain. Walking this path with this person. And you seem to have learned that the hard way. And you're tired. You're exhausted. You still have a big heart. You still have a big passion. But you're saying for this person, I can't keep leaving the door open. You know? It's like they're never going to walk through the door, and I'm kind of tired of always stepping outside of it. Hoping one day they'll meet me where they are, or they'll meet me where I am. I can't keep doing that. So you're healing. You're resting. Your heart's tired. When it comes to this person, and that is the heart of the matter. Some of you connecting Scorpio, you have Scorpio in your chart. We also have Virgo, like I said. You. Yeah, there's some heavy Scorpio here. I'm saying that in reference to you. And there's heavy Taurus here. Some of this Page of Wands, very little, is going outward at this time in terms of interest. Opening yourself up, maybe. Occasionally peeking your head out the door, but nothing substantial. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, King of Wands. Oh, goodness me. That's a lot of personality in here. There's a lot of personality in here, and it's all kicking around. There are parts of you that you just don't know which one to open up towards. Not at this time. Page of Wands. Do I open up into my more fiery self? My more disciplined and determined self? My more practical self? Everybody's trying to talk to you, and all parts of your personality are trying to develop and regrow and pop out, and you're just like, I don't know which way to gravitate towards right now. I'm tired. I'm tired. There's too many personalities in here. I believe the person who represents this King of Pentacles energy is contemplating having a firm discussion with you. That's one interpretation. And or you're thinking about talking to them, but you're not taking any action. It's like your energy's just so tired. Also, yeah, there might be too many cooks in this kitchen. As I was discussing with Libra in their last one. Not easy. Might be too many cooks in this kitchen. Too many personalities. Too many people trying to have their say. You don't seem to be interested in any of it. I might get back to that. I want to see why there's such a diverse profile. It could be that these are all aspects of your personality and your Page of Wands. Poor little guy is trying to figure out which one he needs to develop back into. Try not to push it. Okay, as far as I can tell, your biggest job here is resting and understanding what happened. All right? You left the door open for somebody and they would never walk through it. They tried to tell you that they were there, but ultimately they didn't know what to do. So they did nothing. You showed them patience and love, even if it was at a distance. Honey, you just left the door open too long for this person. I don't know what all this is about. That's a lot of heads of state energy. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the King of Wands. It could be, again, somebody's contemplating having a firm discussion with you. I just don't see you opening up towards it at this time. You with them or they with you. I just don't think you're in the space. And if you aren't, then don't push it. And then for others of you, there's just too many cooks in this kitchen. Okay? It could be that, yes, with all that committed energy, perhaps this person was in something else. And that's why you might have loved them from afar. And shown them patience from afar. And you knew that. And you never disputed your feelings for this person. That would also explain why I'm seeing such a huge emphasis that you did not intrude upon their world. That's for some of you. You know, you didn't push to have your energy noticed or said or anything like that. You tried not to. You never disputed your feelings, but it's also like, I think I left the door open for this person. And it exhausted me doing that. Because it ultimately hurt. Let's keep going. Some of this Four of Pentacles, holding on, not letting go, not contributing. What is this Four of Pentacles, please? Show me this Four of Pentacles. Show me this Four of Pentacles. Show me this Four of Pentacles, please. Oh, I'm hungry, honey. I'm having steak stir-fry tonight. Hell yeah. I love a good stir-fry. Let me know if you like a good stir-fry. And if so, what's your recipe? I'm really into it right now. I've made so many variations of steak stir-fry in like the past 3 months. Oh my God, I've just been experimenting with that recipe. I like to get things just right, you know. Show me. Show me that Four of Pentacles, please. Show me that Four of Pentacles. Three of Wands. The World. You. Okay. I see. I know. I know. That time of you waiting, you understand now the origin of it, right? That Three of Wands. You were always holding on to somebody who wasn't there. I'm saying that as gently as I can. You were holding on to somebody who was never really there. You know that, don't you? What your love for them is just beautiful. But you held out and you held on when you had no reason to. I know why you did, so did you. It was the truth, universally acknowledged back here. You were never lied about that. You never lied about it. You could have showed me a bunch of contrived bullshit with the Moon and the Five of Swords. But your energy was remarkably honest. The reason why you left the door open, hoping one day they'd make an appearance in a way that you understood, was because you love them. That's why. You recognize it. And that's why it hurts. And that's why you're resting. Here's why I have a problem. Let me get back to the problem. Four of Pentacles. You see now that waiting was your version of holding on and holding out for someone who wouldn't show up. You closed the cycle and you knew it was correct for you. There you are again. Where you showed this person phenomenal patience and love, even at a distance, you are now showing yourself that love by letting it go. Okay? You understand where the waiting comes from. You know that now. Because you love this person, plain and simple. Here's why I have a problem with it. They let you keep the door open. They knew they were never going to walk through it. That's why I have a problem with it. I'm trying to have a moment with you. And then I hear that. And that's what it's like. They let you keep the door open. By doing this, they made you think that they might give you something in time. Time passed and they never did. If they had any common sense of decency, they would have closed the door and said, "Don't wait on me." Instead of doing this thing about how do I deal with Sag. So I think what you're going through is very brave, very sincere, and you've been remarkably, nakedly honest with me. And I respect that. And I know what this is like in my own way. I think a lot of people do. But they had a responsibility too. They never should have been hovering around your damn door. Never mind ever lead you to believe that they could ever walk through it. They had a responsibility too. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get closure from this person. Closure comes from within, not from without, always. I hate it when people argue with me. I need closure to move on. No, you don't. You are proving that. I don't need closure from them. I need closure from me. I recognize what I was doing. I was hanging out, waiting for them to show up. I'm closing that door. It was probably meant to be shut a long time ago. That's closure. That's empowerment. That's beautiful. Now, let's get over here to that Seven of Pentacles. So just please know that you recognize your folly. And I don't think it was a bad folly. You genuinely love this person. You made that very clear to me. And they gave you just enough to think that one day they might do something. But they didn't. And I don't know if they're in a commitment or not. For some of you, yes. And that would explain a lot. For others of you, no. In which case, they have no excuse. You know? Which also means, therefore, by extension, if they were in a commitment and you knew that, then you also had no reasons for false pretenses. And that's one of the things you had to learn, that you were waiting on this person, even if you didn't know you were. You know. Regardless, you did the right thing. Seven of Pentacles, please. Show me that Seven of Pentacles. Show me that Seven of Pentacles. As I've been telling people, once you know something, you can't unknow it. Once you recognize a pattern, you can't unsee it. Once you realize your participation in things, you can't take it back. But you can change it. From that point forward, if we learn, we can grow. If we can grow, we can change. Which leads to more growth, which leads to more change. Show me that Seven of Pentacles, please. The Hermit. Still healing that pain. The Three of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles as you focus on your foundation. Yeah. You closed the door. Very good. You recognize that it was overdue and that you probably shouldn't have ever had it open for this person to begin with, as we've discussed. Slowly but surely, you're putting your attention back on what matters. You are continuing to heal your heart. You're a very strong healer. That tells me that you realize that you are not over this and that you're not done. And that you have, of course, put your attentions back into that which matters the most, and that is your foundation, your community, your sense of security, sense of self-worth in the 3D in terms of your value. What you put out there is what you get back, and that's where your focus has currently gone. I agree. And that's where it should be. And I think when you free yourself up from this energy, no matter how little it might have looked like on the surface, and you put it back into that which makes sense to you, you're going to realize how much more energy you're freed up in. It's going to feel amazing, you know? When you understand it doesn't hurt so much after you did the hard thing, and how much more energetically free you are. Yeah. I mean, you're going to see your outer environment thrive. But you still have work to do. Now, this Four of Cups, the disappointment. I see you recovering, healing, recovering, healing. Some of you are very strong healers, very wise, very sage. Some of you are natural healers. It's what you do. For some of you, it's already your profession, you know. Spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. You seem to be quite good at it. You showed it repeatedly to me on your mid-downline. Over and over again. It started out as patience, and then you turned that love and patience onto yourself. And said, the patience and love I showed this person, I now need to show it to me. Which is what I should have been doing this whole time, right? Show me that Four of Cups, please. Show me that Four of Cups. Show me that Four of Cups. Show me that Four of Cups, please. Show me that Four of Cups. Ten of Wands. Queen of Wands. Chariot. You'll rediscover your heart again. I have no doubt. There's a strain here. What is this Ten of Wands? Otherwise, your energy is really ready to become self-claiming again. Forward, directed, pointed. I have somewhere to go. I have somewhere to be, where my energy is actually put to good use. It's a bit of a struggle, don't get me wrong, to pull yourself out of that disappointment. It's quite the strain. But you've already showed me competence in healing multiple times. So show me this Ten of Wands. I'm not saying you're supposed to be over it overnight. On the contrary, you've given yourself a great deal of time. You did all the right things, honey. You isolated yourself. You really examined your feelings. And I don't mean isolation isn't bad. I mean is that you quieted yourself, your space. You went within, figured shit out. You did the right thing, even if it was hard. You still feel the strain of disappointment. Otherwise, you're prepared to move forward. So that's energy contradiction. I need to see this Ten of Wands. What is it that weighs you down? Or is it you? Show me that Ten of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. I see where the strain comes from. It's not yours. Okay. It's not yours. That immediately got my attention. I'll tell you why. The energy contradiction was too strong. So I needed to clarify further. Disappointment, yes, I could accept that. But the fact that the Ten of Wands was there and it's like, why is Sag still showing me strain when you've showed me remarkable aspects in healing? Like you're getting in there and you're doing what you need to do and it's all the right things. I've seen you do it multiple times. You put your focus back in your foundation. When your heart hurts, you heal it. You give it attention. You give it space. The same patience and love you tried to show this person, you now show yourself. Beautiful. So where the hell is that strain coming from? I tell you, because otherwise, this is you. You're otherwise energetically selling me. I'm ready to move forward. I'm feeling stronger every day. My momentum is gaining every day. My heart is stronger every day. My purpose grows with me every day. And I'm like, cool. Where the hell is that strain coming from then? Because it's not you. Page of Swords. I believe that person keeps an eye on you. And they hope to balance things with you again. There is a hope there for renewal energy to try to balance things. What that balance looks like to them, I don't know. But it's most likely a repeating pattern of what it is you've already been through with this person. Okay. Six of Pentacles is well and lovely for the day-to-day energy. It suggests I'm getting things done, give and take in equal measure. But it's not balanced if what you two were practicing caused the imbalance. You know what I'm saying? So somebody still has that idea of, I'll keep an eye on Sag. I hope one day to renew things with them. Could be checking you out. That kind of immature energy. I'm not doing anything about it, but I have this idea, this fantasy, this desire specifically to rebalance things with Sag. And this person's versions of rebalancing, they literally opened with, is I don't know what to do with Sag anyway. So that just tells me it would go back to the way it was. They don't know how to make anything improved. What they didn't know how to do with you or deal with you back here, they still don't. They still have a very immature idea. Page of Swords isn't... They're supposed to learn. Graduate to the Knight of Swords, to the King and Queen of Swords. This person has a very loose idea of how they would like to or desire to rebalance things with you, but it comes across as a burden or a strain, in which case they need to stop looking at you. They need to stop looking at you. If they don't know how to actually balance things, and if they insist they can't figure out what was wrong or what was missing, there's a reason, honey, why your heart's exhausted. They're still telling me, I don't know what to do. It weighs me down. I think about it, but I can't figure it out. That's the price you pay for not knowing what you're doing or what you want. You're always going to feel weighed down by the smallest of decisions. There, I said it. You're going to think everything's a burden and a strain if you continuously act like you don't know what to do because you don't know what you want. That's a heavy price to pay, and I'll tell you what, I'm not willing to pay it. If you're grown, You need to figure out, what is that? What is that song? What is it? Oasis? By now you should have realized what it is. That one. It's like, by now you should have realized what it is you're supposed to be doing, what it is you're not supposed to be doing, what it is you want, and if you do want it, how you go towards it. And if you don't want it, then you need to stop entertaining it. Okay. Nobody wants to be entertained or humored. How do I deal with Sag? I told somebody else the other day, you know what? You don't need to deal with me. That kind of thing. And I think you understand that. You know, if anybody puts you in the position of making you feel like they have to deal with you, or what to do with you, or treat you like a question mark, do them a favor and exit. You know, you're not baggage, honey. You're not baggage that at the airport that needs to be checked up on. You're not a child. You're someone who simply wanted to love this person. You could not. You recognized the futility of it. You closed it down. And you've been healing ever since. And quiet. Focusing on your foundation. But I promise you, your heart is going to expand rapidly in future. And you're going to have a very strong direction of self soon. Okay? You keep on at the pace you are. It's inevitable. And the speed and strength of your heart is going to pick up once more. And the unhappiness, as far as I can tell, and that I don't know what to do. It weighs me down, so I'm not going to do nothing. That's how they opened up, just with a stronger personality. You know. I don't want to, but I kind of need to. Technically speaking, honey, I need to take a look at these kings and queens. Again, you're either trying to grow back into one of your aspects, your personalities that you feel comfortable with, the practical side, the determined side, or your passionate, fiery side, or there's too many personalities at play here, and you're not trying to interact with any of them. So let's take a look. Can I see more on these kings and queens, please? King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, King of Wands. Show me this. Show me this King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, King of Wands. I need to see this. What's all this about, please? I also want to take a look at your Chariot and see if it's going anywhere specific or if you're just taking off in life. Seven of Pentacles, there's the slow growth again that eventually caused the pain, regret, lost opportunity, it ended the cycle. So this went on way too long, honey. It went on way too long before you put a stop to it. Seven of Pentacles is here twice. The World is here twice. And it wasn't, honey, this wasn't just a missed opportunity. This was, it never had a chance in hell. It was over a long time ago, if there was ever anything to begin. And as far as I could tell, this person couldn't even generate a proper energy towards you that suggested that they were actually trying. Which again, they never should have entertained your damn doorway if they couldn't actually knock on the damn door. They hovered around your street. They hovered around your social media. They don't have the nerve. But I get it if they're in a commitment. I get it. But again, all the more reason why you kept your distance, but from a loving space. And they never should have tried to entertain you at all. So I don't know what they were trying to accommodate. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do a damn thing. So what was the purpose? I tell you, this was over a long time ago. This was a lost up. Somebody here represents an opportunity of the past that was not taken, and they've regretted it since, and they repeated the cycle. They repeated the cycle. You or them, somebody here. They've done this before. They missed an opportunity. Time goes by. They regret that. It's like they were trying to relive it. They missed somebody's missed strong opportunities before. Too much time goes by without enough diligence, strength of will, or application of one's efforts, and they lose opportunities. I believe you're another representation of that. You represented someone that they missed before in the past. And that's why. That's why. They had a fear of regretting another opportunity. So they tried to include themselves, but not by much. What does that have to do with the King and Queen of Swords? Leo energy. 10 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. There's somebody here associates strength and pride with their material world, their wealth, and that's what they lean towards, is the success they have on paper, the material world, what they have managed to accumulate. That's what they associate with pride and strength, not necessarily love. And that's what they're used to. They cover their feelings up with material things. Indulgences, monetary successes, shiny stuff. And that's okay if that's what you choose, but they're used to balancing a certain way, and yeah. There's too much diversity here. There's too much diversity here in energies and where it's spent. And who it's spent on. I have every reason to believe you two share the same circles. There's too much influence. I can't see it. I can't see it, but there's too much influence in this connection. The biggest one by far was this person's inability to decide what they wanted with you and why. And that's what led to the chain of events that happened, yes. But there's so much influence in somebody's world. They said you have to stick. I can't see it, but someone's talking to the other person, and it's, you have to do what's practical. You have to do what's practical. You have to do what's right. You have to do what's practical. You have to do what's right. You have to do what's practical. And it was like, it's monotone. It just keeps coming. You have to do what's right, man. You got to do what's right. You got to do what's right. You got to do what's right. And the thing is like they agree with that. They want to do with what's right. They have very strong Hierophant energy, except for what they wanted clashes with the principle of the thing. There's so much chatter surrounding this person. And I don't know, it's the influence. Stick to the practical. It's what you know. It'll make you happy. Stick to the practical. Stick to the practical. And you don't want to hear any of it. Page of Wands. You don't want to hear any of it. You're not interested. You're not interested. There they are again. King of Pentacles. There you are again. Queen of Wands. King of Cups. There's just... There's way too many influences here. There are way too many influences here, and they're all trying to talk. They're all trying to talk. I strongly associate you with that Queen of Wands and the King of Cups, because you already showed me that over here twice. I know you'll have a huge heart. There's a good chance you have some very strong Scorpio in your chart. And there you are again, Queen of Wands, multiple times. You've claimed your energy in its natural state as well, several times. And I believe you who emphasizes passion and love, and that's where your loyalty comes from, your patience comes from, your ability to heal all things and heal all wounds is a point of pride for you. caring and recognizing and respecting someone's space. You have such big feelings for this person, and you try not to intrude upon them. And I think you did a pretty good job. But not that it still cost you something to leave that door open for this person. And they keep showing me practicality, strong mind. I'm not terribly convinced that that Queen of Swords is them, but the emphasis on the practical, okay, is very real. Someone's sense of pride comes down to what they know every day. And that's it. That's their Bible. Okay? And it's kind of like somebody's growth pattern is very stunted. Okay? It leads them to miss out on big opportunities in love, because they kind of see things and approach things from one point of view. And if that's the case, it's a surprise they kind of entertained you at all. Which means I can't get what the hell this person's feelings are. They buried under a bunch of shit that's not material world, which does not excuse or supplant or excuse feelings. If they have such a huge regard for duty, responsibility, and stability, then why did they hover around you? Their material world does not explain shit to me in terms of their feelings for you and what the hell they were doing or trying to achieve. They're telling me they don't know what to do with you. Then why the fuck were they there? That's what I want to know. King of Swords. The High Priestess. Ace of Wands. Because this person strongly, when they stop seeing things from this is the world as I know it, this is the world as I know it, this is the world as I know it, it is unshakable. When they stopped doing that, they had a damn strong feeling. They had a damn strong feeling and a recognition that you were something different, man. You are something different. Something special. Something that lights a fire under their ass. And gets them out of this flat world view that everything has to be a certain way. They see you as being very strong-willed, intuitive, passionate. They like that. They're attracted to it. It's like they couldn't stop watching you even while they resisted it. Something about you and your process intrigues them. Your heightened sense of feeling is a big thing. That shit that they reject so much is what you personify the most. So they can't stop looking at you. No, we always crave what we're missing, yeah? We always crave what we're missing. Unfortunately, honey, I just have to point out the obvious to you. You're not this person's craving. You're not there to fill their sweet tooth or to give them what they're missing and whatever else life they have. That's not your responsibility. You're a whole person. You're a whole human being. You should be treated like one. What you presented to them was natural, real, and beautiful, and terribly authentic. And I think that's why they were drawn to it. It's what they themselves are missing. And they're very flat, 3D, established, unchanging world. You represent everything that they do not live by. You live through feeling and fire, which is beautiful. And that's why they can't stop watching you. But again, you're not this person's sweet tooth. You're not there to pick up where the people in their life have left off. You know? You're not there to stroke this person's emotional egos. Or whatever the hell it is they're missing. You know? Because they're missing a lot. They're missing a lot, honey. They're missing a lot. Yes, we've clearly moved on, keeping our heart open towards connecting with this person. There's a little bit of heart space right there. That openness. I'm willing to open my heart, even if it's just a little bit, for the sake of connectivity. 3 of Cups. I moved on from that. 6 of Swords. Like I said, you have a very strong acceptance in you, and that comes from a place of knowing your feelings. And the less you know them, the less you know your feelings, you're more likely to deny them, and then say you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. Someone who is very in tune with their feelings isn't going to do that. You are, they're not, and I believe that's the only bridge I can see as to why they hovered around your damn door. It's like they don't dare cross that threshold. They want to peek inside. But from the street. From Instagram. From Facebook. All the big feelings that they said they cannot live by. That they don't count. They don't count on the resume of life. You live by. It served you very well. I wish they would take a lesson out of your book. They might learn some shit. Like they just won't stop and think why they're so attracted to you. You're everything they're not. That they desire, that they don't have, you fit the bill. And I can hear a conversation that's so fucking complicated. And you're not partaking in it. I feel like they talk about you to other people or someone, at least one other person, and they keep coming back to the same conclusion. Leave it alone. It's not practical. Leave it alone. It's not practical. And you're not participating in that conversation. But it directly involves you. That's what's weird. That's why I had a pickle teasing that one out. I think they talk about you, but you're not actually in on the conversation, whoever they are. It's a bunch of chatter. I can't hear it. Regardless, it's not your business. I think you know that by now. It's not your business. You closed the door. You understand now why you were waiting. You understand and willfully understand that you were holding the door open for them. You get it. Your heart for this person is a good space. Please know that that strain is not yours. You've already told me that you will not connect with them anymore, that you're at peace with it. Okay? Good. That means you've done your job. Healing. I was wondering where that strain was coming from. It's not you. This person who prizes the shiny material world with so much pride and strength. Let me tell you, honey. See this shit? I got that right here. I have this. You know how I got it? Through my heart. Like you. There are many ways to hit the jackpot. Some people deny their feelings, keep their head down, and work on their monetary world, and it leads them to this. But they're not necessarily happy. And there's some people who are very happy with what they have because they earned it through their heart. Because they loved it, they gave more to it and got back from it. I don't know what this person's getting from their endeavors, but it doesn't seem to make them any happier. And they're still Page of Swords-ing you. They're still looking at your door even though you closed it. No more peeks into your inner world. What's that Sag doing? Oh, not your business, bro. Sis. Okay. Right. The next, this was not supposed to be yours, and it still wasn't. I see your process to it. I see your process to it. I'm just shocked how many people... This is your chance to tell me what's going on with you on the inside. And starting with Scorpio, then on with Pisces and Cancer, and you, Leo a little bit. It's like, oh, well, this is actually what's going on outside of me. And this is my reaction to it. Fine. Okay, fine. I think we got some good work here done today. I'm very proud of you. I am. It takes guts to admit things like this, you know, to yourself and to close doors. It does. I'm not saying it was easy. I see the pain in your heart for having done it. Oh, you have pain in your heart for doing it. Doing the hard thing usually requires pain. And doing the easy thing would be to continue to stay open to this person and just accumulate more pain that you would have to deal with even more later. So you had a choice. Do the hard thing and deal with the pain, or keep allowing yourself to be exposed to it. I see you boldly moving forward. Your area, I'm sorry, your energy, is what I say, your aura. Your aura is actually pretty nice. Your Queen of Wands is in here somewhere next to your Chariot. I do see you boldly moving forward in a particular direction, but with fierceness, intensity, and sincerity. Okay. Okay. Heavy Capricorn energy as well as Taurus energy here. I feel like this is part of the chatter that you're not necessarily privy to, but you are a part of that conversation change. It's like there's a group text that involves you, but you're not involved in the actual text. You understand? That's what this chatter is. And this is more or less what it sounds like. Give your relationship a chance, even though it might be stemming from codependency because of religious factors. I see this a lot, where people use their commitments to back up their codependency issues. Well, even though it sucks and it doesn't really give to me in the way that I want, married. I can counter that. It's pretty easy to counter. Is that what you signed up for? Then it's not a commitment. The commitment's already broken by that point. But yeah, somebody keeps saying over and over again, stick with it, stick with it, stick with it, stick with it, stick with it. This is what's practical. This is what's on the surface. This is what you know. Stick with it, stick with it. It's kind of reinforcing someone's need for codependency, plus the religious factors in terms of that, well, I'm spiritually bound to this, even if it doesn't feel so good. It's not you. It's this chatter. I kept hearing it reinforce. Do the practical thing, do the practical thing, do the practical thing. Keep your head down, keep your nose clean. Very soon what? Keep an open mind. Very soon. Passion. There might be something coming in for you relatively soon. Keep an open mind. They might be different from you. Good. I always encourage people to break outside their types. The types usually lead to disaster. I'm not saying people consciously, I swear to God, misconstrue what I'm saying all the time. Don't you dare tell people to lower their standards. Honey, how the fuck did you equate standards and types? They're not the same thing. They're nowhere near the same thing. Have standards. Have value. Have a sense of worth. But stop with the type shit. When you type yourself out to one person, you keep getting the same person. Okay? So keep an open mind. As soon as you meet someone, it's like, I don't know, and that's not my type. You've already lost. That's not standards, honey. That's not standards. That's you not being willing to think outside your box. That's what she said. I'm still me. I'm still me. But yeah, very soon you might be keeping an open mind. There might be something incoming where you might very swiftly enter into some sort of honeymoon phase. This is not your problem. None of that is your problem. You know that. I have to keep enforcing that. You made the decision, move on, stick to it. I was screaming at that to somebody the other day. It's like, make a damn decision and stick to it, right? That person couldn't. There was a lot of wiffle waffle in their energy too. They don't seem to understand why they're connected to you and why they were hovering around your door to begin with. If they did, a little bit of insight goes a long way. But that's not for you to say. You mind your own business. You're healing, and that's exactly what it looks like you're doing. What they learn or fail to learn, that's not on you. That's on them. And they're right. They've missed opportunities many times in their life because they wouldn't get outside their fucking growth pattern. Their growth pattern is stunted. And it keeps them from enjoying things like love and passion. Real love, real passion. Okay? They have a very stunted growth pattern, and they've lost opportunities before because of it. They won't give all of themselves, so they get what they get in return. Okay? I don't know why I'm doing time checks on this deck. I have no idea why. Any critical timing, please? Any critical timing, please? Upcoming Taurus season might be important. It looks like to me, however, that kind of loving this person from afar, that looks like you've already checked out of that. If you haven't yet, you will soon. I see you're carrying it, moving forward boldly. Page of Cups. The Moon. There might be some messaging, possibly, I don't know from who or about what, possibly around Pisces season, which is upcoming. It's right after Aquarius season. But for the most part, I just see someone holding on, again, to their feelings. Not speaking to them, just hiding them. If I was you, there's a message around Pisces season. 18th might be important. The 3rd, the 23rd. You, Sag. 14th is your power number. What about it? Interest, communication. What's this? Yeah, there's some incoming communication that's being directed at you. From who? I'm sorry, my brain just cramped. That person we associate, I don't know what to do. The idea of balancing this, trying to make it work, trying to do something with Sag, it's so hard. There's a little communication headed your way from that person I asked to. Boom, 10 of Wands, the person I clarified earlier. I don't even know why I'm entertaining this at this point. Happiness, passion, you, what about it? Knight of Pentacles, their energy is slowly coming around towards you. There's the emotional value that they're still attracted to, okay? They're still very much attracted to the emotional value that you have to offer, that they themselves are not necessarily exposed to every day of their life. That's why. For some of you, just heads up, 10th, 13th, 12th, 23rd, like I said, the 14th Piscean season, that might be where this message is coming in. But it's soon, I believe. Okay? Just please know in the future, when your chariot, your heart, your best heart, your boldest heart moves forward, it will indeed move forward. You've already done the hardest thing by far, and it was a good thing to do. Okay? Just please know if they're in something still, that means their energy has not changed, which means their intention hasn't changed, which means their confusion about what to do with you and what they're experiencing for you hasn't changed either. Just because they're attracted to all the emotions they're missing, it's not your job to supply it. That's their partner's job, not yours. You are not a vitamin supplement for what they're missing in their life. You're a whole person with experiences and genuine love and authenticity surrounding you. That's what you remember. Move forward. Okay. Bye. Put in the comments as you see fit. I do hope this helped you today. The abundance. You're feeling abundance. You have a big heart. And there are many people who love you. You go back to working on what matters. You have a strong support system there. And many of you feel like that's quite abundant for you and fulfilling. Okay? We don't use people to fulfill us. We create our own fulfillment, yeah? Something that person can learn. You're not there to fulfill their emotional needs. Okay, that's enough. You put in the comments as you see fit. Sag, take care. Be well.